The first time I talked to Quincy Jones is him reprimanding me because my agent was trying to play hardball with Oprah. Bought Oprah some flowers, and we kissed and made up, and I came and sang at the event.
We made sure, I already knew, that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested.
Winfrey is arguably one of the most influential figures in Hollywood. Her reputation as a media mogul, philanthropist, and connector of powerful personalities is undeniable. But what happens when this influence is turned against you? Today, we delve into John Legend's emotional account of how a misunderstanding with Oprah almost derailed his career, and why he had to act fast to save his future. It all started when John Legend first spoke with Quincy Jones, a man he had admired and looked up to for years. For John, it was a dream come true. But what should have been a moment of excitement turned into one of the most unexpected reprimands of his career. Quincy Jones didn't mince words. He called John to express his disappointment. Why? Because John's agent had reportedly been playing hardball with none other than Oprah Winfrey. Quincy warned JN that souring a relationship with Oprah was a dangerous move. She could be incredibly helpful to his career.
The first time I talked to Quincy Jones is him reprimanding me because my agent was trying to play hardball with Oprah. Oprah is planning a thing called the Legends Ball, where she was going to honor all the black women that meant a lot to her. My agency was like, decided they were going to ask for everything. I would have done it for free. And Quincy calls me up like, man, you need to talk to your people. You're messing up your relationship with somebody who is, obviously could be very helpful in your career. And why? Like, because you're trying to get a little extra money and not thinking about the big picture. And I was so embarrassed, man. There are times when you should play hardball, and there's other times when the opportunity is enough where you don't need to get paid cash for it, or you don't need something in return. The opportunity is enough.
Right.
Luckily, John's career remained unscathed because he was quick to apologize to Oprah. If Oprah had indeed taken offense, the consequences could have been catastrophic for his career with her connections and influence. Oprah has the power to open or close doors in Hollywood like no one else. Fortunately, John acted swiftly. He apologized to Oprah personally and even gave her flowers to make amends. He agreed to sing at Oprah's Legends Ball, an event she had invited him to. His quick action ensured his career remained on track, but this incident serves as a stark reminder of just how fragile celebrity relationships can be.
It was called the Legends Ball, and I was this brand new artist named John Legend. And so she was like, I might as well invite John Legend to come sing. I had Ordinary People was out, and she wanted me to come sing. But somehow it got to somebody at my agency, and they started playing hardball with Oprah. And got me in trouble, honestly.
With Quincy? Really?
With Quincy and Oprah. So Quincy is good friends with Oprah, and somehow they must have been hanging out together. And she was like, John Legend's people tried to play hardball with me, and I wanted him to come sing at this event. And so Quincy calls me up. I'd never met him, never talked to him before, only just looked up to him and been inspired by him for my entire, childhood and youth growing up. And my first time talking to him was him telling me, John, you need to check your people.
And that was your first encounter with him?
Yes, that was my first encounter with him. And so I bought Oprah some flowers, and we kissed and made up, and I came and sang at the event, and we're all good now.
Yet this wasn't the only storm brewing in John Legend's world. He's also been vocal about his disdain for Sean Diddy Combs, who was arrested back in September for sex trafficking. In an interview, John admitted he was horrified by Diddy's actions. His strong stance has added another layer of complexity to his relationships in Hollywood, especially considering Oprah's alleged closeness with Diddy in the past.
The abuse of women, domestic partner abuse, it needs to be really handled once and for all and not swept under the carpet as it has been for so long. Let's just say in your industry.
Oh, well, I was horrified by the allegations that I heard about Mr. Combs, and of course horrified by the video evidence that was released after that. But I was horrified by the descriptions that I read before the video evidence came out, and absolutely is something that needs to be brought to light when it happens.
He was horrified, ya bigots, about the allegations of Mr. Combs. Now it's Mr. Combs. That's right. First it was Puff Daddy, and then it was Puff, and then Diddy, and now Mr. Combs. I guess when you're trafficking and raping small children, you lose your rap name. Allegedly, of course, right?
And that's not all. Allegations have surfaced suggesting that Oprah was also involved in the same circles as Diddy Ollie Carter. One of the victims who filed a report with the FBI claims that Oprah herself was implicated in these horrific activities.
Ollie Carter also told us that she had physical evidence against Diddy and some of these other celebrities, and she took a picture of this, also showing proof that she turned in physical evidence.
I was at a Diddy party. I was one of the party favors. But I told you, nobody tells on Diddy. Maria Z, I did that interview in 2021, 7 months ago. We made sure, I already knew that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested. I already knew that 7-8 months ago. We went and made sure there were sworn documents. We have them. When we went to Colorado for the A to Z event, we had a lot of legal evidence that we made sure we already had because we knew a list of people were about to get got. You can't run for that long. I'm just shocked we're finally seeing the day. Do you understand that their music is their diary? All these rappers, they're telling you what they did. The music, it's telling you what they did. The comedy and the art is a reflection of life. I got a reflection of life for you. Let's be clear. You federal prosecutors, you have video surveillance from Diddy's house from 2008. Look in that 2008, 2010 span, you'll find her video there. You want to send it over, she'll say, yeah, that's me.
Ollie Carter also made a video just recently speaking a little bit about the Diddy party.
Public perception of Oprah has been further complicated by accusations from other celebrities. Michael Jackson's and Dave Chappelle's fans have long criticized her treatment of the two legends. Chaka Khan even shared her own negative experience, and Bill Burr also weighed in on Oprah, criticizing her for what he described as a holier-than-thou attitude during interviews. Bill didn't hold back, saying that Oprah's interview style often comes across as self-righteous and condescending.
I didn't think Lance owed anybody, he didn't do anything to me. You know what he did for me? He raised $500 million for cancer research. That's what that lie did. Yeah, it was great. And everybody had the bands on. Remember the bands?
Sure.
Right? That blocked out the sun, right?
You know, it wasn't to block out the sun.
No wrist cancer?
Yeah.
Now, the whole thing was annoying, and I hated how Oprah was interviewing him and acting like she was dumbfounded that this guy would do this. Like, she's been in show business for 35 years, and she can't, like, wrap her head around some guy doing whatever it takes to get to the next level. Didn't she, for the first 5 years, have, like, midgets who wanted to bang their mailman's boyfriend? And she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do it, but she didn't have the power to say no, so she wrote it out. And then when she could make a good decision, she did a show. But she stood on the heads of those little people for 5 years until she got... And then she's sitting there across from this guy like, so how could you... You know exactly what he's doing.
Another outspoken critic of Oprah Jaguar has not only criticized Oa Guyman and her mentor, Maya Angelou, adding to the number of voices questioning Oprah's legacy.
He is highly involved and has been so for years. This is a woman who does not like children, no matter what she tells you. And guess what? It makes sense to me because her mentor didn't like children either. In fact, her mentor didn't even believe in childhood. You know who her mentor was?
Is that the John of God?
Maya Angelou.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Maya her views on interracial relationships.
First, I'm Miss Angelo.
Miss Angelo.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not Maya. I'm 62 years old. I have lived so long and tried so hard that a young woman like you or any other you have no license to come up to me and call me by my first name.
Who was that? I never heard of that.
Dr. Maya Angelou, the author of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings and all of that, yeah. Also a grand.
What was her relation with the ties with this doctor and John of God? Or is there any connections to that?
She's got a lot of ties with a lot of doctors. You know, the thing that bothers me most when it comes to Oprah is the way she went after Michael Jackson. That was in really poor taste.
Oprah has also come under fire for associating with questionable people and the fact that her inner circle consists of so many convicted rapists. Oprah's connections with controversial figures like Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, and John of God have raised eyebrows.
Oprah legitimized the notorious sex criminal Joe Teixeira, aka John of God, as a miraculous faith healer, one who could cure cancer, giving him international recognition. Joe Teixeira is now serving 19 years in prison for the rape of 4 women. He is facing additional cases related to several sex crimes, including keeping teenage women as sex slaves in underground mines, forcing them to have his children, and selling their babies internationally for tens of thousands of dollars before murdering the women after about 10 years of childbirth. Oprah runs her own Leadership Academy for Girls in Africa, a $40 million school for disadvantaged girls, where in 2007, several children were sexually abused and parents were only allowed to see their children once a month.
And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened.
Oprah was very close with disgraced Hollywood mogul, rapist, and abuser Harvey Weinstein. Her Me Too documentary ignored Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein. Oprah was herself a teenage prostitute. She stokes the fires of racism in America. And she is a member of the Billionaire Club, or the Good Club, along with Bill Gates, George Soros, Warren Buffett, David Rockefeller, and Ted Turner.
Despite distancing herself from these individuals after their convictions, critics argue that Oprah has never fully addressed these associations. The question lingers: how do so many people in Oprah's inner circle end up facing criminal charges?
Things. He had women chained up, impregnated them, made them have babies, and shockingly, he either sold them or sold their organs. That's a whole new level of disturbing. And since Oprah was so closely associated with him, she was dragged into the mess. But Oprah, being Oprah, played it cool like it was no big deal. No apologies, no explanations, nada. All she did was hit the delete button on the videos featuring John on her page. And poof, that was it. No official statement, no efforts to distance herself from the scandal. But that's not all, because y'all know how Oprah has been praised for years for being one of the biggest philanthropists in Hollywood. She's always talking about how much she's giving out, and she gets a lot of praise for this. She even set up a school for girls in South Africa, and again, she was praised for this. But it didn't take long for that school to be tossed into a concerning controversy. One of the male school matrons was arrested on SA charges for inappropriate behavior with female students, which is just creepy. I'm not gonna lie, it is concerning how many people in her innermost circle have been accused of or charged with SA. And at some point, we have to start questioning why there are so many weirdos in her inner circle. It's just so sus. Well, according to Gene Deal, the reason Oprah is linked to so many bad guys is that she allegedly enables their bad behavior. I mean, we all know that most bad guys have someone in their corner enabling them.
Recently, there has been an increase in people with accusations against Oprah. Whether or not these accusations have any result remains to be seen.
Oprah was just on house arrest recently because she got caught with a 12-year-old. She want to get out of it, but they got too much on her. That's why Oprah says she'll never have kids. It ain't about the fact that she got raped, was younger and all that, and they made her get the abortion or whatever, or she had the baby and gave her, whatever the story is about her and the baby when she was young. The real reason why she don't want to have no kids because she's seeing what's going on because she's a participant. I ain't gonna say allegedly, sue me, bitch, because my baby a double agent. He realized that a long time ago, and that's why he said the best way to get back at the man who killed his mother is to talk to the woman that's gonna help take him down, which is me. That's why he made the song Different Route. He's going a different route. He's the one that gave me the address to the tunnels underground. And yes, baby, I'm telling on you. He's the one texting me, and I can show you guys the text message with my phone. Oh, I'm on my phone. I'll send him a Lionel B. He's the one texting me on a daily basis, giving me the heads up.
Another fiasco for Oprah happened in 2023. Oprah's handling of the Maui wildfire relief efforts sparked significant backlash. Rather than donating her own money, she faced criticism for asking fans to contribute while purchasing hundreds of acres of land in the area shortly after the disaster. Critics argue that Oprah's actions during this crisis were tone-deaf, further tarnishing her reputation.
Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they're dealing with some backlash concerning the charity that the pair started to benefit the people of Maui.
Last Thursday, Oprah and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson launched the People's Fund of Maui, asking people to donate the money to help those affected by the tragic wildfires. They started the campaign with $10 million, but the posts are receiving some major backlash on Instagram and on TikTok, with people criticizing the wealthy pair for asking fans to donate. Commenters say that the pair could donate all the money needed and make it all back within a year.
There's mixed reaction tonight from Maui, where Oprah Winfrey recently bought hundreds of acres of ag land in upcountry.
Now, we were the first to tell you about this earlier this week. Some disagree with the buy, but as KT24's Ali Dukla explains, two lawmakers say it's actually a good thing.
Some on social media are calling the buy excessive because the millionaire already owns more than 100 acres in upcountry in Hana before buying 870 more acres in Kula.
Ag land is treasured here, as you can imagine. It's open space, it's beautiful.
Winfrey bought the agriculturally zoned land from Ulupalakua Ranch for $6.6 million. Our Instagram post of the news garnered hundreds of comments, most of them disapproving the purchase. This is a screenshot of some of the comments. One Maui resident arguing, "Why is this allowed?"
So where does this leave John Legend, having witnessed firsthand the potential fallout from upsetting Oprah, has been walking a fine line? The lingering questions about Oprah's connections and her power dynamics in Hollywood have made it clear that navigating relationships with someone of her influence is no small task. What do you think about John Legend's experience with Oprah, and what about the controversies surrounding her? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the stories behind the headlines.